is now Thursday, February 4th, 2016. It's 5:11 p.m. New York time. It's about 11 minutes after 6 here in the morning in the Philippines. Um, Hope the noise level holds out here. I can make this video real quick. Um, this week was it was okay. It was um, there was a lot of movement and the news. I don't trade the news, but you have to be aware of the news and what comes out. I've still got a couple orders out here. I've got the Australian dollar USD. It's in the hole, $281.85, and the euro Swiss franc, $107.45. Um, Now, this is a good opportunity to show you what I mean by holding out. See all this movement that it made. The U.S. came out with some bad news, and the U.S. actually had been gaining a lot of ground, so I expected it to take a turn. And while they came out with some bad news, and it drove it down. And I mean, it seems like whenever politicians or uh, money people, whatever, come out with news, it drives these things. So it really, it's best to stay out of the market when they come out with the news, but they're always coming out and saying something, so you can't really go by that. You just might as well stay out if you're going to stay out of it. But whenever the euro or the US dollar, whenever Germany comes out and says something, or somebody from the Fed, or uh, employment, whatever, non-farm payroll, all that stuff. Anyways, PMIs and things like that. So you have to be aware. On the blog. I'll give you some links to a good place to check that stuff. Um, but if you listen to the news, it'll confuse you. But like I said, this is a good opportunity for me to show you um, exactly how this is. I I've got this one on the daily, the euro or the Australian dollar USD. I've got it on the daily chart. And now you can see this has kind of been going up and down for a while, and then it went down significantly, and it went back up. So I'm looking for it to go back down. So um, here in the next week, I guess I'll be making some more videos, but um, you'll see. I'll either take profit on this, or I'll have it down. It'll get down to where I won't lose as much money. So once it gets down there a little bit, and that's the reason why I have it on a daily chart right now, because I knew I was going to hold out on it. And whenever you want to hold out on these things, whenever you want to switch over to the daily chart, because I mean, look at it, it looks like, oh wow, it's going out of whack, I better take a loss on that. You won't have to, because if you look at the daily chart, it kind of evens it out to where, I mean, look, it's been going down, going down, going down, and this is basically, if you're looking at the daily chart, it's not really a consolidation, but kind of in a way, because see how it crosses over my lines, my envelopes, and it just kind of goes back and forth, back and forth. Now it went up, so I'm looking for it to go back down, because if you look at the trend on it, if you draw a trend line from here, it's actually going down. It's been going down for quite some time, and even the overall trend on it, because even if you go to the weekly chart, and this is how you can tell. See, it's been going down since May of 2012, you know. And then if you look at it, it's really kind of in consolidation here. So I explain this more on my thing, and the other one's the same way. The Euro Swiss franc here, this other order I've got out. Now this isn't exactly a I don't know. It's a lot of people trade it, I guess, but it's not something that. Um, but I've got it on the daily chart, and it's been going up for several days. But if you go back, Okay, so I have a buy out on that. See how it's been going up? See the trend? See it's going up? It's going up even on the weekly. Waiting for update, you know, and I remember this move right here. Oh, that was just crazy. So see, it's recovering from that. See where it was? That was back in that was back in October of 2014. So it's got all this room to recover. So it's going to go up some more, and I'm going to end up taking profit. So I'm going to try to post this video probably tomorrow. I try to keep my videos a couple of days. That's why I don't post real regularly, because I don't always take out trades. Sometimes I have to wait on some trades, but I do record some losses. Um, we are in a profit for the month, $124.05. I took a big hit of $118.66 on the Euro Great British Pound early in the week, and it hit my stop loss, uh, but it actually took a turn then, because I mean, it happens. I set my stop loss kind of high, because I don't accept them losses. I don't say, well, I gotta have 2%, blah blah blah, but it works with my strategy. So pick up a copy of the strategy and practice, 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 practice. That's all I can say is practice. These demo accounts, some people say, oh, well, they're not the same as live trading. They are the same. They're hooked up to the same servers. It's the same thing. There's no other. They don't, unless you get some kind of bogus broker. I can't recommend a broker, but you have to do your research. And on the blog, I'll explain some of that. But you have to do your research. I can't recommend a broker, because actually it depends on where you're at. If you're in the U.S., you're kind of limited because of U.S. regulation, and there's a lot of brokers that are outside the U.S. that won't take U.S. customers. I don't know exactly why that is. I think probably because of the lawsuit value, maybe. I don't know. I can just speculate on that. I don't know. So anyways, that's it for this video. We are $124 in profit on the first week. Like I said, I'm holding out on these trades, so stick around for the next video, and we'll see. You'll see what I'm talking about, holding out on these things, because you own that currency. You bought that currency, and unless it completely bottoms out and goes zilch, you're not going to lose your money, because what goes up will come back down, what goes down will come back up. At least enough to where you can take an acceptable loss. You don't have to say, oh, well, I'm just going to do 2%, because here's your bottom line right here, this margin level. You want to keep your margin level up. In previous videos I said 300%, but I like to keep it up over 600. Right now it's at 409%. So I'm not going to take out any more trades until some of this frees up, unless I can see one that I can actually get out of it, because there was a couple of scalping moves that I did in the week. And then there was a couple of them that I just got out of, like, this Great British Pound USD. I got out of it while I was in profit, because I had a feeling it was going to go back down a little bit. And that's just a feeling, and it did. So, but it'll go back up some. So right now, that's the only thing about your margin level, keeping your margin level up. Now, there's two ways to keep your margin level up, and I explained that in my tutorial series. So pick up a copy of that, and don't forget to pick up a copy of the Codex of Money. And have a great day.